Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. We're out on another motocamping adventure. This one is in the Sierra Nevadas, so I'm looking forward to finding some creeks and rivers and stuff, doing some fishing, camping. The weather's pretty nice right now. It is currently 82 right here. It was about 87, a little bit lower, but we're going to keep going higher, so we are looking forward to the cooler elevation weather. So anyways, just gonna go out and explore, have a great time, have some good food, catch some fish, hopefully, fingers crossed. And yeah, just looking forward to another moto camping adventure with you guys. Man, this is beautiful back here, so green. Gorgeous. Looks like we're going down that way. There. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to stop really quick. I forgot something. Realized I just saw that sign that said permit required for the campfire thing. I realized that mine has expired, so I'm going to take a couple minutes and I'll watch my videos and do my due diligence and get my campfire permit. And we'll get back at this in a second.
Due to the high potential for wildfires. Now let's talk about setting up a campfire.
Alright guys, we have a campfire permit. It's pretty simple, it's not a big deal. So now, onward. So this trail that we're on, there should be a water crossing up here, and apparently, make sure, let's see, it looks like I do need to turn. So apparently after a good winter it's a little difficult to cross on a motorcycle, so we're gonna go try this out and see. The snow has been melted for a little while now, so I think it should be good, but I also don't really want to drown my bike today, so if it is too gnarly, then I'll turn back, and I know of another route to get back to where I want to go, so we can try the other way. This looks nasty. Alright. There we go. Make sure I stay up here on this high side, and it should be fine. I don't know where the trail goes. I think right here. The river crossing looks fine. I don't know about the other side though. There's a pretty nasty obstacle over there. How's it going? Have you guys been up through there?
Yeah, we just did it yesterday.
How bad is it right there on the other side?
I mean, if you come over here, to the right side, it's a little bit easier.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it's not like, if you look at it from over there, it looks like a wall.
It does.
But, like,
I can kind of see a spot there that looks like,
the trail goes that way.
yeah.
There's just make sure it doesn't
blue backing.
Yeah, right.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby!
That would not be ideal. The rest of that up through there is pretty clear though.
Yeah, pretty chill. It's just tight tracks. It's perfect.
Yeah, yeah. All right, maybe I'll give it a shot then. I just like looking from here. I can't really see like.
It looks like a wall.
It looks pretty nasty, but
Intimidating. What was your name?
Ethan.
Ethan?
Yeah.
Alan.
Nice to meet you.
Luke.
Nice to meet you. It's a card for both you guys. There's a QR code on the back of it, so if you like use your phone, you can scan it. It'll pull you right to the channel. So, yeah.
Thank you, man. Nice play.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm hoping I don't make it less beautiful right there. We'll see.
One eternity later.
All right.
I now declare this frickin' idiot convention open!
I gotta get the bike up right. I'll start recording in a few minutes. Oh. Sorry, man. Dude, that's the problem. It's like sand on top of all this rock. I feel like I gave this my best shot. In gear, so all right, ready?
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, that's something.
All right, well, maybe I should take the luggage off and just go up from right here. Probably with a set of hands.
Yeah, we could
Push
get it
in,
up.
I bet it would go right up
We could get
rather
it
than
up.
going back across the water.
You want to take your backpack and jacket off too. Holy moly! No kidding. Man.
was. All right.
Give it a push from behind.
Sure. Just watch yourself because it might kick up some rocks. I don't want to hit you.
No worries.
Whew. Man, you guys, that was a rough little experience there. I'm very thankful that those guys were there to give me a hand. Could have been considerably worse if I was on my own, which I'm glad I was not. So, anyways, I was really appreciative. I believe it was Luke and Alan. Thank you guys very, very much for your help. It was nice meeting you guys, and best of luck in your adventures. Oh, this is beautiful. Alright, you guys, so I made it to one of the other places that I wanted to look at, but there's not a great place to camp. It is beautiful, and the trail does keep going, but that's a little deep and fast moving for me to do on my own. After the last experience, thinking like, you know, I could probably do that. Didn't work out so well for me, so I think I'll probably turn around and see if I can find a way to get across this river somewhere else. But it is really beautiful. It'd be a great fishing spot, but I do need to find a place to camp, so it's kind of the plan right now. But it's beautiful. Okay, so there's a cool spot down here. Doesn't look like there's anybody down there. I think I'm gonna go check it out. Looks a little nasty, but I have high hopes. Oh crap. Dude, forgot to turn the ABS off. Frickin' ABS thinks it's being helpful. Dude, this is a really nice spot. Let's go check this out really quick. Oh my goodness. Good fishing right here. Yep. I think this will work. Look at that slab, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. All right, you guys. So we made it to a spot. Finally got through all that nasty stuff in the beginning of the trail, and then saw that river crossing. Was feeling a little bit disappointed about not being able to get through right there. And then I took a little side chute that wasn't on my route, and came back to this area back here. Nice and smooth and pretty for a tent right there. It's perfect. There's a fire pit over there. Nice big area. Another fire pit. And got this for a view. Did bring a cold snack this time, so I got to get that into the river, put some rocks on it so it doesn't float away, but keep that thing nice and cold. And yeah, let me show you guys the bike really quick. I did a couple of things on it. So I kind of designed and installed a custom graphics kit for the bike, and it has my channel logo in there, like integrated into it, and I really like orange. So as you can tell from the logo, it is it's already got some orange in it. And then Moscow was having their sale on the Reckless 80 bags there, and I decided to pull the trigger and pull it and get some of the 80s because I was just cramming it in there with the 40. So I keep it's still packed down pretty small, so it's not like huge on the bike. Kind of wanted to keep it small, but there's a lot more room if I do want to do some BDRs and stuff like that. I can put some extra food in there and some other stuff. So I'm really pleased with that. I think that those bags and the graphics kit together go very nicely on there. So yeah, had the first lay down on the bike today. Dropped it trying to get up that step up past the creek crossing, and no damage that I can find. I've looked over it pretty carefully. I've got some scratches on the crash bars up here, so they did their job, and the blinker was hanging out, but it's just got a rubber insert on it, so you just push it, you know, kind of snap it back in and good to go. It's not broken, just dirty, and snap it back in, good to go. No broken lens or anything. So I also did the Camel ADV high fender kit in the front with a Cherubi's Supermoto fender. So I'm really pleased with that as well. I really like the look of it. Kind of pulls the bike together. I feel like it's kind of a big dirt bike. Feels like it needed to have a big dirt bike fender. So yeah. Anyways, this is what rode in on today, and I think we'll start getting camp set up today. So with the Reckless 80, I'm running a Stinger 22 on the back. I've got my tent and my sleeping bag, and I think a little microfiber towel that I can take with me on my rides. And I do like that it comes right off the bike, and I can just set it off to the side, fold these up and out of the way, and kind of gives you a little spot to put some things if you need to. So I'm gonna set that down, and I think the first thing I want to do is I soaked my boots on that first creek crossing that I did. Really would like to get my shoes swapped out, so I'm going to do that. Camp shoes. Got my drone wrapped in a beanie so I don't mess it up. And I brought, because I have the Reckless 80 now, I actually have room to bring a comfortable pair of camp pants. So when I say that I soaked my feet while I was out there, it was pretty bad. So I'm gonna wring these out, and then I have a little Sea to Summit clothesline that I'm gonna hang up and see if I can get everything dry for tomorrow morning. All right, time to get the tent set up. And quite a few people recommended after the last video getting the footprint for that tent, and so I ordered that. I'm kind of excited to try that because it kind of creates, it has a floor right in front of the door as well, so you've got a spot to set some stuff outside the door that's not right on the dirt. So kind of excited to try that out today. This is my microfibre towel, and then the Copper Spur, so Big Agnes Copper Spur HV UL2 bike pack. Quite the name. 12-inch poles, so it's really compact. Fits in a Stinger 22. It'll fit in any of these saddlebags or in a Stinger 22, no problem. So I really like this tent so far. I've used it on one trip. That was the last video. You can check that out. But we're going to use it on this one as well, so you get to see it more than once, and hopefully for a lot of trips in the future. Yeah, these stubby little poles for this thing work really well. So inside here, with the footprint on there, you get like a front porch area. Oh, I opened the wrong one. Door's on that side. Well, I'll zip that back up and do that. But the point was, the footprint gives you a nice little porch area when that's closed to like tie your stuff into. So, pretty nice little tent. I really like this thing. Using the Nature Hike sleeping pad. This thing has an R value of 4.6, but with as warm as it is, I don't really know that that's necessary. But cool thing, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can kind of see that. So part of the tent has like a big old pocket up there inside of it where like little bags and stuff. So when you take something out of a bag, it actually comes in really handy to just throw all that stuff in there. It keeps it up off the floor in your tent, keeps it a little bit cleaner. And then to blow this thing up, I'm using the Flex Air or Flex Tail Max Air pump. Also another really useful tool. So that goes in there. Open up the nozzle. Stick it in and turn the pump on. And then I'm using the Sea to Summit stuff sack for my sleeping bag. This allows it to fit in that Stinger 22 as well. This is a great way to move your sleeping bag, just to not take up so much space. This has worked well for me for a couple of years, this bag. And then the sleeping bag that I'm using is a Marmot Catalyst 20-degree bag. And if you have the luxury of getting your tent set up earlier in the day, kind of shaking out your sleeping bag and getting it fluffed up, I guess, then that's a good idea, just because the down filling or synthetic down filling that's in there, it really does help to bring some life back to it after it's been stuffed in a stuff sack for, you know, a couple days or whatever, however long your trip is. And then this is my camp pillow. This is the Nemo Pillow. I've had this also for a couple years and it's worked great. And I always say this in my videos, so some of you may be tired of hearing it, but just don't air it up all the way. It's much more comfortable that way. Okay. Right into it. All right, we got the tent set up. Put the pump away. This also doubles as a lantern. If I did do a short on my YouTube channel about this, I'll link that. But it's got a threaded spot there that clips into the end of it instead of the nozzle. And then that way, when you turn the light on, you can just screw it onto a tripod or whatever, something like that, and then use it as a lantern. So, pretty handy. Okay, I think it's time to go put our beer in the river, see if we can make sure that it's nice and cold for dinner time. Water's really cold. That'll be good. All right, let's see here. That should work. Yeah. Cool. All right, got a beer in the river. We'll be back down here to fish in a little bit anyway. All right, I gotta see if I can remember how to do this. So this is what it looks like. Little tiny pouch. And then there's a clothesline stuffed inside of it. There we go. And it's got little beads on it. You probably can't see them from there, but basically it allows you to make a little opening. I don't know if you can see that, but that way you can pinch stuff in there in different spots on it. So, pretty cool. There you go, dry socks by morning, no problem. All right, last thing I have to set up, a little camp table. Got this off Amazon, I don't know, 4 years ago. It's made by Rock Cloud. It's another nice thing about having the Rackless 80. I can bring a little table. And yes, I know it sounds silly to bring a table when you're motorcycle camping, but it is so nice to have a little spot to set your stove and make your coffee and, you know, just do your stuff like that. So little table done. All right, you guys, so I just jumped in the creek, the river there, and rinsed off. That water was freezing, but it was nice. Definitely very refreshing. And I'm wearing a down jacket right now, and it's like 80 degrees outside because the mosquitoes are really bad, and I didn't bring any bug spray. So lesson learned on that one. But yeah, I'm just gonna relax for a little while and then probably do some fishing here in a little bit. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get the fishing pole rigged up. Show you guys how that works. So this rod that I have is called the Bear Tooth. It's made by the Tenere Rod Company. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is what I take on my motocamping adventures because it's incredibly light. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's less than, I want to say the whole thing with the sheath and everything is less than 10 ounces. And the rod itself, if you were to just carry this, I believe that this part is like 3 ounces. So, but it's a reasonably pricey rod, and I don't really want to carry it without having protection for it, so it stays in its sheath. So yeah, we're gonna get this rigged up real quick and see if we can go catch a couple fish. When you buy one of these rods, if you buy one of these rods, you can purchase it with a little kit, and that little kit comes with a little tin of flies, and it comes with some leader, and it comes with your like line kit or whatever, which is what you would tie your leader to. The flies that I carry, I have kind of a random selection of mostly dry flies. I have a couple of I believe that they call it a nymph, but I'm not totally sure. I'm going to use a little black fly here. The reason why is because while I've been sitting here, there's these flies flying around all over the place that are very dark in color. They look big and dumb, but I bet the fish, like right here, I don't know if you guys saw that flying around, but that's the right profile and everything. So I think maybe we'll try this and see if this works. Oh my gosh, mosquitoes are bad. Whew. Okay, last thing I'm gonna do before we go fish, inside my little kit, I carry this. It's called gink. And there's a bug trying to crawl across the camera lens right now. So this gink is like some, oh man. It's like a silicone oil is my best assumption, but basically it makes the fly float. Makes it stay on top of the water. All right, I'm rigged up. Let's go fish. There we go. Yeah. Fish on, baby. Little tiny trout. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. Oh no. Hang on. I don't want him to die. Be real careful here. Ouch. Oh, he's gone. All right, success. Caught another fish. Another by, what I mean by another is that I caught another fish on one of these rides, which is excellent. And it was a trout. Yeah, doggies. Sorry, that's my field days watching children coming out and me. All right, you guys, I think it's time to get a fire going. These mosquitoes are like, I don't know if you see my face a little bit closer later. I'm like, the only part of me that's uncovered, my hands and my face, and I have bites all over them. So I'm thinking a fire might help get rid of some of them. So we'll see. Ah, man. My shirt came up in the back and then freaking bit me on my butt cheeks. Ah. Well, not butt cheeks, but you get the idea. All right, you guys, I think we're gonna have some dinner. Got a couple options tonight. I have home-style chicken and rice and beef stroganoff. I'm thinking beef stroganoff. I was thinking ahead on this trip and downloaded a couple episodes of a TV show that I'm watching right now. So I have those, and I think that after I eat my dinner, I'm gonna get in my tent so that I can get away from this apocalyptic swarm of mosquitoes that is eating me alive. All right, 1 1/4 cups. All right, so when I had my Moscow luggage before, I had this little doohickey on there. See if I can get the nozzle out of there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's peeing. Let's go get it boiling so we can eat some dinner and get away from these mosquitoes. Our water is boiling. All right, we're gonna seal this up and let it sit for like, it says 10 minutes. I'm gonna try a little bit longer on this one and see if it gets those beef chunks a little bit softer. So probably wait about 15 minutes. All right, you guys, it's dinner time and beer time. I bought a Firestone Mind Haze Brain Melter Hazy Imperial IPA, 8.5%, 19.2 ounces. I don't know if I said it's from Firestone Brewing. All right. Oh wow, it's not super frothy. I guess I let it sit long enough after riding. It's very good. It's kind of sweet, but it's good. Nice strong flavor. I like it. Uh-oh, I didn't think that through. All right. So it has been 17 minutes. I'm thinking that's probably long enough to get this to where it needs to be. Oh, also, side note, these have 41 grams of protein in them. So that's a great amount of protein. And 810 calories, which really isn't that many calories for that much protein. So, all right, let's see how it is. Wow, this one's really good. This one's better than the last one. I don't remember what the last one was that I had, but it's in my last video. But I remember this one being good, or that one being okay. Oh, it was like beef with marinara sauce or whatever. Beef pasta with marinara sauce and beef, however you say that. This one's the beef stroganoff. Look at that. Not bad. Interestingly enough, there's less mosquitoes here than there is up by my campfire. All right. I'm gonna eat my dinner and drink my beer, and then maybe go watch a show on my phone so I can get away from the mosquitoes. And then maybe we'll come back out later and sit around the campfire if the mosquitoes lighten up a little bit. We'll see. So I'm hanging out in the tent right now. I don't know if you guys can see all of the mosquitoes. I've never seen this many mosquitoes before. It's like Alaska or something. Oh well.
All right, you guys, good morning. I got down into the 40s last night. It was actually colder than I thought it was going to be, considering how hot it was during the day. But anyways, slept really well. One of the better nights of sleep I've had while camping recently, actually. So that's nice. No weird animals making weird sounds, so that's nice. But yeah, I'm gonna get up and make some coffee, enjoy the sunrise. All right, I'm kind of curious how cold it is. Let's see here. 47. Making some coffee here. There it goes. So I just ground some coffee at home for my normal coffee maker, and then put some in a little bag here. So I'm gonna put about half of this in here. Looks delicious. No. All right. Let's try out our French press coffee. Guys, I'm using the Sea to Summit collapsible cup here as well. I feel like I've been talking about Sea to Summit a lot, but it's just good gear. Got my coffee, went on a little morning walk, and look what I found back here. Man, this river is just beautiful. So I came from down there a ways, walked through, look at these giant slabs. This is awesome. Here's the coolest thing. Look at this stripe
How cool is that? This is not painted on there. This is the type of rock that's embedded into the slab. Look at that. That is really cool. All right, you guys, so that spot that I found over there was so nice that I just packed up all of my Jetboil, my breakfast stuff and everything, all in my backpack here. And I'm gonna walk back over there. I'm gonna have breakfast and probably try to fish some more because it's such a beautiful spot. And it's still pretty early in the day and I don't have a time constraint today. So I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast over here and hopefully catch a couple more trout. That would be really fun. So we'll be back there in a second. I even brought one more stick of instant coffee with me, or I brought a stick of instant coffee with me, and I think maybe I'll have another cup, because it is just, who doesn't want to have a cup of coffee right here? And if you don't, I'm sorry for you. I'm gonna get some water from here, since I'm boiling it. And this morning I'm having some protein apples and cinnamon and protein maple and brown sugar oatmeal. So somebody pointed out on the last video that you can actually do this right in the pouch. They have a water fill line on there. So pretty cool. But I do have a bowl, so I'll use that. All right, so the water's done boiling. I'm gonna let that sit there for a second while I finish tying this all together. All right, fishing pole's ready to go. Let's put our water in. There we go. That was fast. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get you on there. Oh, it's a beautiful rainbow. And this is a wild rainbow. I'll show you guys here in a second. Oh no. I don't want to drop him. Okay, beautiful rainbow. And you can tell they're wild caught by this little fin right here, I believe. They clip them when they're a hatchery. All right, I'm gonna get him back in the water because I don't want to kill him. And he swam now. Success. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for this food, this day. Thanks for letting me catch some fish and for keeping me safe. And for making this beautiful area to hang out in, Lord. It's beautiful. I love it. All right, you guys, we're headed back over to camp. I I didn't catch any more fish, but I also should probably get going. Kind of want to go home and see my family, miss my babies. So I'm gonna go get this torn down, and then we'll get back on the road. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a few minutes when we're back on the bike. All right, it is time to head out of here. The climb out of here is going to be a little bit tricky, so hoping that it's not too hard. Make sure I didn't leave anything. All right. Sweet, no problem. So, trip report. Overall, I would say it was a great success, but the mosquitoes were really rough. I don't know if I've ever camped with that many mosquitoes before, so that was kind of unfortunate. But otherwise, that was a beautiful spot. Good fishing. If I had more flies with me, I probably would have caught way more fish, but you know, that's a learning experience. The little lay down and like step up that I was trying to get through yesterday, you know, that was a little rough, but I really wanted to take this route, and so I paid the price and I had to work through it. And then thankfully those nice guys were there and they give me a hand, and like, I don't know if I'd have been able to, I wouldn't have gotten up to the top without their help for sure. I would have figured out how to get the bike stood back up and just go back, but having those guys there to give me a hand, just getting it right up to the top of it and standing it up was awesome. So thanks again to you fellows that I met yesterday on that other trail. So I really appreciate that. Otherwise, it's a little warm, but I'm not complaining. It's better than being like 95 or something. It was probably in the mid 80s most of the time. Like right now it's 76, so feels great. I do prefer, you know, the cooler weather, but I mean, who am I to complain? This area is beautiful. This is just was another fantastic trip in the books. So looking forward to doing some more. I'm trying to do them like every 3 to 4 weeks right now. And the last one I did seemed to get a really good response from you guys, so I'm really glad that you guys liked that and that you've been enjoying the videos. I'm just out here doing what I enjoy, filming it, trying to make something that's enjoyable to watch. It's also fun for me to look back and watch the videos myself. So anyways, I think that this is going to wrap up the video, you guys. I really appreciate you coming along and joining me. Beautiful trip, beautiful area. Looking forward to coming back. And I think I'm going to try to get Taz back out here with me the next time I come out. So next time, probably 2 bikes, and then maybe we'll do that step up again with 2 people. Then it'll be a little bit more enjoyable. So anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope that you enjoy it. Leave me a like, a comment, a subscribe, whatever you guys feel like doing. I really do like interacting with you guys, so I I love the comments and responding to you guys and just talking with you and stuff, and hearing what you guys have to say about gear recommendations or whatever else. I mean, a lot of people like to share what their experience is with a certain piece of equipment, and I like hearing that because I'm always down to learn more and be open to different gear, different ways to make food and all that stuff. So I appreciate it, you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.